Their third appearance in this tournament as well. Qualified in 2018 as the non-champion from El Salvador with the best record. They beat Perez Celedon of Panama in the round of 16 and lost to eventual fourth place finisher Arabe Unido in the quarterfinal. Not as much success last year in 2020 for FAS. They qualified as a non-champion with the best record again from El Salvador, but were eliminated in the preliminary round on kicks from the mark against Managua. Both of these teams have begun their domestic seasons. Forge further along. They played 11 matches so far, 6 wins, 5 losses. But they're in a good stretch right now after starting the season 0-2. 6 wins, 3 losses since then, with 18 points in 4th place. FAS off to a firing start in El Salvador, currently in 1st place with 7 points through 3 matches, opening the season with 2 commanding wins, 3-1 and 4-1, before a 1-1 draw. These two teams will play both of these games here due to travel restrictions in Canada, knocking it out in one trip. Forge is the designated home team tonight, even though FAS is playing in their home stadium. And then on August 17th, just 5 days from now, they will flip those roles. FAS will be the home team in their home stadium, and Forge will be the away team. A very important distinction because away goals do come into play as a tiebreaker here in the Scotiabank Concacaf League. Forge was founded technically in May of 2017, and it's been all success since then. FAS goes back a lot further, founded in 1947. Their track record speaks for themselves in El Salvador. Los Tigres are set to take the field against Forge FC. Teams will pose for a photo, and the captains will meet for the coin toss. Kwame Awua on the Forge side, and the goalkeeper Kevin Carabantes on the FAS side. FAS will be in the blue tonight, Forge in the orange. Every preliminary round matchup has kicked off their first leg so far. This is the last one to do so. The officials tonight, an all-Mexican crew, spearheaded by Marco Ortiz, who will be the man with the whistle tonight. Here in Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador, El Salvador. Not the home venue for Forge, but the home team tonight, and a venue in which they have some success. Again, they had a win in 2020 in the round of 16 in this stadium. A look at the starting lineups for both teams tonight. The designated home team, Forge. Kisilodopoulos, the head coach tonight, because the actual head coach, Bobby Smiriadis, is out due to a red card in their Champions League play-in match against CD Marathon. Mo Babouli, he comes in great form. 5 goals in 11 games so far this season domestically for Forge. On the flip side, FAS, led by Jorge Rodriguez. They're on a 10-match unbeaten streak in all competitions. The defending champions of the Clausura in El Salvador. And they will look to Luis Peralta, who has 8 goals in 21 appearances since joining FAS in February, to get things going tonight. Strong start to their season, FAS. 3-1 win, 4-1 win, and a 1-1 draw. Peralta already has 3 goals in 3 games. Forge also in this game missing Kyle Becker, their first ever signing, who also picked up a red card in that Champions League play-in match against CD Marathon, which was a 1-0 win for Marathon. He may feature 5 days from now in Leg 2 between these teams, as we're just about set to kick off from Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador. Forge from left to right in the orange, and FAS from right to left in the navy blues. We're underway with the whistle from Marco Ortiz. Leg number 1 of this preliminary round tie. Akinyoni Janssen takes it down for Mo Babouli. Kwame Aua is dispossessed.
Well done, Dave.
Hot start to the domestic seasons for both of these teams. Both looking to continue that form here in Concacaf League. Eliman Cisse inside, looking to get it back on the give and go. Not enough juice on that from Mo Babouli. Luis Arturo unable to keep it in.
Follow!
Luis Arturo Peralta, 3 goals in 3 games this season. He's played previously in Colombia, Cyprus, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Venezuela. The Colombian has found a home here with CD FAS. Again, 8 goals in 21 appearances since joining in February.
Take it until they tell you can't.
And there is Peralta getting involved again.
I know last year Bobby was allowed to take it off when he was talking.
22 teams entered this year's Concacaf League. It's been that way ever since the 2019 edition, after just 16 teams in the first 2 editions. 18 teams from Central America, 3 from the Caribbean qualification zone, and 1 from Canada. Each time it has been Forge. FAS, one of the 3 qualifiers from El Salvador. Takeaway in the middle from Portillo. Peralta has an option out wide to Kevin Reyes. Couldn't get it there. Grant draws the foul. Reyes the challenge. Jonathan Grant has played previously as a pro in Sweden and the U.S. with Sporting Kansas City 2 and USL Championship, making his 7th Concacaf League appearance tonight with Forge. 33rd overall appearance with the Canadian side. Controls that right back position, set to throw it back into play. Again, battles with Reyes. This time it's a clean challenge. Akinyoni Janssen comes through with it. The young Swede. Ricochets out to Tristan Borges.
Guys are coming out fast, man. 1-2 touch.
Guillermo Stradella in a battle with Dominic Samuel. Those two still going at it. Aaron Diaz comes in to break it up. The assistant referee.
He made the foul, and he's looking to them.
Another look here. Ball was just out, and the challenge came in, and then pushing and shoving ensued.
Johnny, grab be aware. Something to stay wide.
A little juice added into this one early on. No history between these two teams. They'll meet again in 5 days' time. Tristan Henry off his line to secure it, making his 51st start tonight for Forge. Just allowed 44 goals in his tenure with the Canadian side. For a goals against average below 1. Stellar record for the keeper. 27 years old, making his 9th start tonight in Concacaf League. Salazar Enriquez throws it through. Peralta dummies it, but nobody made the run in behind. Both teams in their 3rd ever appearance in this tournament. They both have pretty decent records. Forge, best finish 2020, making the quarterfinal. FAS, their best finish, round of 16 in 2018. Looking to get through the preliminary round this time around. A date with Independiente, the powerhouse from Panama, on tap next. 12 teams involved in the preliminary round. 10 teams automatically slotted into the round of 16. So far, Universitario of Panama got through Samaritaine of Martinique due to a withdrawal because of COVID. The rest of the preliminary round matchups still up for grabs. And they're all pretty close, with the exception of one. Santa Lucia with a 3-0 lead on aggregate over Metropolitano Puerto Rico. Outside of that, Comunicaciones and Deportivo 1-1 after one leg. Santos of Costa Rica against Verdes of Belize. 1-0 to Santos after one leg. Diriangen and Marathon, a tight one as well, with Marathon up 1-0 on aggregate over Diriangen. All of these will be decided within the next week. Marathon and Forge have their own history already this year. As I mentioned, Forge without their head coach and their captain tonight, because they both picked up red cards in a Champions League play-in match earlier this year. That was won by Marathon 1-0. Akinyoni Janssen spins it back and receives it once again from Cisse. Janssen cuts inside, finds Cisse. Babuli puts it wide. Tried to plead his case, there was a deflection. But Mo Babuli just didn't hit it squarely. Five goals in 11 games so far this season for Mo Babuli. A goal last game, just 4 days ago, a 2-0 win. Babuli and Metusala both scored for Forge in that game, both starting tonight. Babuli's goal came on a penalty. Caramantes gets it back into play. Janssen wins it. Garcia through Peralta. Challenge put in by Janssen cleanly. Dominic Samuel comes away with it. It's a tough spot here for CD FAS, playing their 4th game in 12 days. They'll play again just in a few days' time in that second leg between these two squads. Working their way into mid-season form with just 3 games played so far domestically. Marco Ortiz was going to stop it, just waves it on. Ford shoots himself in the foot. Trying to play quickly short with the man in the way.
Ford!
Vamos, Beto! What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Jose Portillo. Space in the middle. Portillo out wide. Stradella inside. Too far out in front for Reyes.
You played the ball.
Brother Torres making the run inside. Curious to see how fresh the legs are for FAS with this condensed schedule. But they haven't shown any ill effects so far. Again, 7 points through 3 matches. 3-1 win, 4-1 win, and a 1-1 draw domestically. Stradella knocked out of play by Samuel. Guillermo Stradella joined FAS in 2016. 53rd appearance tonight with the club, 9 goals and 1 assist. And his 6th appearance in Concacaf League. Portillo sends a wayward pass back for Enriquez. 50-50 ball is won well by Metusala.
Good, Johnny Grant.
Up the wing. Joignier. Joignier floats one in, too close to Carabantes. Joignier, one of the bright young players on this team, just 24 years old for Forge. 3 goals and an assist in 7 Concacaf League appearances. 5 MLS appearances as well with Montreal Impact. 10 minutes gone, scoreless between Forge and FAS here in the first leg of their preliminary round tie in the 2021 Scotiabank Concacaf League. Joe Malfa on hand with you tonight at Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador. Forge, the designated home team, due to travel restrictions, they opted to play both of these games here in El Salvador as the designated home team for the first leg, the designated road team for the second leg. Something to keep in mind again with away goals factoring in. Cross sent in, and the header wide from Peralta. First dicey moment at the back for Forge. Peralta growing into this game. He's shown up in a few different spots so far. Freer header, and Forge would have hoped to allow there. For a player in form, Luis Peralta, 3 goals in 3 games. Forge lucky to see that one go well wide of the target. Samuel finds Borges. Denied and sent the other way. Peralta. Awua, the captain, was looking for Tristan Borges. Summer of soccer continues here in CONCACAF.
Alex, get on it.
Semi-final matchup tonight on tap in Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League as well. That comes up at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, following the conclusion of our game here. That game will be Club America against Philadelphia Union.
Alex is on, boys. There you go.
Janssen has some options and has some space, takes the space. Can he now find one of those teammates?
Get in the box, coming.
Awua. Babuli. Back to Janssen. Borges. Pulled back for Cisse. Couldn't find the feet of Janssen. And FAS is able to clear. Only briefly. Metusala. Babuli. Sabak pressures in. All the way across, and it's cleared away at the doorstep. Metusala ranged forward. Roberto Chen able to get it clear. Really positive build-up from Forge.
All right, regroup. Well done. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Temprano, ahí la diagonal. Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. Quick cooker.
Jonathan Grant.
Well done.
Unable to handle that one. Kevin Reyes goes right at Grant, and Grant wins it right back for Forge.
The space is there. The space is outside.
Peralta. Reyes takes a strike from distance. Swerved a little bit. A knuckler in on Tristan Henry.
Excellent, Johnny Grant.
FAS looking to extend their unbeaten streak in all competitions to 11 matches tonight against a Forge side that has dominated domestically in Canada. 2 seasons of the Canadian Premier League, 2 championships for Forge. They currently sit in 4th place through 11 games, but they're just 4 points behind first place with the game in hand at the moment.
Move it, come on.
Borges and Babuli work their way through the middle with Paulo Sabak. Out wide for Choinière. Choinière cuts it inside, looking for Sabak. Held off by Chen and gathered by Caravantes. Poor rollout, taken by Cisse. Babuli looks to goal, cuts underneath, lays it off. Shot from Borges, takes a deflection. There's the opener for Forge. Tristan Borges gets it done. His first ever goal in Concacaf competition. The 22-year-old puts the home side technically here in El Salvador up 1-0. Remember, not an away goal for Forge, a home goal as a designated home team tonight. But still a dream start nonetheless. See if it did take a deflection here. Ever so slight.
Garvin, brilliant. Keep winning those in there. Brilliant. Keep winning those in there. Brilliant.
Babuli picked out the pass. Borges did the rest. And Caravantes is picking it out of his own net. 16 minutes gone, and Forge, the home side tonight, is up a goal. These are 2 teams trying to break out here in Concacaf League. You almost hated to see them matched up against each other, just because you'd be really interested to see what they can do. Sad that one of them will have to go out in the preliminary round. Right now it's Forge with the leg up.
Alex?
How will FAS respond? They were bounced in the preliminary round last year on kicks from the mark against Managua. Made it to the round of 16 the year prior, rather the quarterfinal in 2018.
Look at Alex. Okay, là, on est fatigué. Yeah, but he's fired. Guys, reorg.
Relax, get our shit.
Get our shape now. Get our shape back.
So far, 2 shots apiece for Forge and FAS, but one has found the net for Forge, courtesy of Borges in the 15th minute.
On retrouve notre shape, Paulo.
Even split of possession so far. 20 minutes into this one. Turn from Peralta. Rather from Reyes to Peralta. All the way across, still alive. The save made by Henry. Keeps Stradella out of the net. Reyes and Peralta made it happen. Those two have been lively so far for FAS. It fell to an open Stradella, but Tristan Henry makes his first big stop. He's done it time and again in his tenure with Forge. Again, a goals against average sub-1. 44 goals allowed in 51 appearances. This one whipped in and cleared away by Babuli.
Oh, que llegue.
Give and go down the flank. Chen sends it across, looking for Reyes, cleared away by Jonathan Grant. Desperation defending. All of a sudden for Forge. Positive response from FAS after going down a goal. Another look at this one. Dangerous ball in. Reyes couldn't find positioning on Grant. Whipped in again, falls all the way through, the equalizer! What a response from FAS. It's Edivan Flores. And a big one for FAS, an away goal. Players looked around, trying to see if there'd be a whistle, whether for offside or for a foul. No whistle came, the goal did, and we're level again. Well-worked corner kick. Portillo whipped it in. Initial flick there from Peralta. And Flores just had to tap it in.
Damas y caballeros, su atención por favor. Gol para Club Deportivo FAS. Anotado por el número 6, Edivan Flores. En el minuto 21.
Edivan Flores making his 5th appearance in Concacaf League. Already has an assist to his name, now has a goal. 37th appearance overall with FAS. That's just his 2nd goal for Los Tigres. And it's a big one. An away goal in their home venue due to that technicality. And it's 1-1 on aggregate, but advantage FAS for the away goal. So both goal scorers tonight. Tristan Borges for Forge, and Edivan Flores for FAS, making their 5th ever Concacaf League appearances, scoring their 1st ever Concacaf League goals. Janssen, giveaway to Reyes. Poorly played by Janssen, but well done by Grant. Was a stop to that attack from Reyes. Grant concedes the corner. It was initially pointed to a corner by Marco Ortiz. Changed his mind. Goal kick coming. Well defended by Grant.
Nothing square, Alex.
22.5 minutes gone. Borges scored in the 15th. Flores scored in the 21st. We're level here in the first leg of the preliminary round between Forge and FAS. From Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador, Joe Malfa here with you this evening. The all-important away goal for FAS.
Johnny, open up, open
Forge
up.
electing to play both of the games on the road due to COVID restrictions in Canada.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
designated home team tonight. FAS will be the home team in their home building in the second leg 5 days from now. Everything was going Forge's way early on, manifesting in that goal in the 15th minute, but since then, FAS has flipped a switch. We're being outshot 2-1 at the time of the goal scored by Forge. In the 6 minutes since then, 3 shots and a goal.
Good, Johnny. Good. Come on, take the space. Take the space.
6 wins, 3 losses in the last 9 games domestically for Forge. After starting the season 0-2, they've started to recapture the form that has led them to the last 2, and so far the only 2, Canadian Premier League titles since the league began in 2019. FAS, the defending Clausura champions in El Salvador, started their season taking 7 points from 3 games in first place. Cisse cuts it back. Borges a chance to double his tally. Falls for Babuli, and it's 2-1 Forge. The first goal was Babuli to Borges. The second one returned the favor. Borges to Babuli. Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes after a goal is scored. That's when you're most vulnerable to concede and your best chance to score again. 5 minutes after the Forge goal, FAS scored. 5 minutes after the FAS goal, Forge scored. And it's 2-1 to the Canadian side.
5 minutes, huh?
Damas y caballeros, atención por favor. Gol para Ford. Anotado por el número 18, Molma Baudoli, al minuto 25 de juego. Ford 1, Ford 2.
Getting the sense this game might have a lot of twists and turns in it. 3 goals, split 2-1 in favor of Forge, 25 minutes in.
No, I'm talking over there.
Forge, the designated home team tonight. Second leg, 5 days from now. Unsure of what happened behind the play. I believe that is Cisse left down on the ground.
Alex.
Yeah, I take him now. Kwame, I think. No, it's not Kwame.
Guys, no.
It is Eliman Cisse, able to get up and walk off on his own power.
Fucking hell, see his boys, he's fucking injured. Get down.
Back to the action. FAS once again down a goal. They do have an away goal. Bo Babuli continues his great run of form for Forge. 5 goals in 11 games domestically this season. His 5th appearance in Concacaf League, his 2nd goal in Concacaf League. Janssen finds Borges taken down cleanly. The Forge bench not happy with it, also not happy with the fact that Cisse took so long to be waved on, but he's finally back out there. Reyes a good turn, still with it. Gets past his man, Chonier. Couldn't do anything with it in the end.
I don't know. They are starting. They're just starting.
Kevin Reyes, 23-year-old. It's been a spark so far offensively tonight for FAS. Capped at the U20, 21, and 23 levels for El Salvador, Kevin Reyes. 4 previous Concacaf League appearances, all with Santa Tecla, his previous team. And Reyes threads it through here for Torres. Torres takes a strike. Henry bobbles it. Nervy moment for the keeper there.
Okay, tell Garvin he's going to be on the other side there.
Another look. Good idea. Torres saw the space, took the shot. Well shielded there by Dominic Samuel. Quickly the other way, Cisse to Babouli. Babouli deflected all the way across. Hasn't gone out yet. And now it does. Should be a corner here for Forge, and it is. The signal from Marco Ortiz.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I yelled. I think I'm in trouble. What did you say?
He said that G called him to stay inside.
No, you don't stay inside. You can see the run there.
He said that next time.
Paulo Sabak out to take the corner, the Belgian. 22 years old. Caps for Belgium at the U15 level, all the way up through U19. His 5th appearance tonight in Concacaf League. Curls it in towards the keeper. Carabantes punches away. Only as far as Cisse.
Goes back in, Johnny. Goes back in.
Cisse again. Babouli. Back for Cisse.
Ooh, yes.
Through ball inside.
Yes. Yes, corner.
And a corner is won. Choinière, a little slow to react to that ball in, but earns the corner. Both of these teams responded so well to conceding the first time around, that is, at least. FAS conceded, got the goal back. And after that, Forge got their goal back. But since then, it's Forge that has remained on the front foot a half an hour into it. Babouli sends it in near Carabantes again. Headed back centrally. Out to Aua. Chips it. Nobody on the receiving end. Borges was the closest to it.
Watch out!
Forge, interestingly enough, has a history in this stadium. They defeated Municipal Limeño of El Salvador at this stadium 2-1 in the preliminary round last season. Hoping for some preliminary round magic again. And it's that same 2-1 scoreline. But last year it was a 1-game elimination. This year, 2-legged tie. Aua wins that race. Keeper unsure if he can pick it up, Henry. Marco Ortiz waves off the contact. That was certainly a gray area there as far as whether or not that would have been called a pass back. And Tristan Henry picked it up. Probably made the right decision in the end just in case, but also almost committed a penalty in the process. Babouli with 2 defenders over there, and it's won back by Rudy Clavel. Floated to Enriquez. Now to Reyes in some space. Flores. At the feet of Chen.
He's yours, Garvin.
Canada and El Salvador as nations looking to make some noise in this year's CONCACAF League, a tournament that has so far been dominated by Costa Rican and Honduran squads. The Honduran side, Olympia, won the inaugural edition back in 2017. Costa Rican teams won the next 3, Herediano in 18, Saprissa in 19, Alajuelense in 2020. The runners-up have also only been from Honduras or Costa Rica with 2 per side. Teams obviously playing for the trophy itself here in CONCACAF League, but also for a spot in the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League. The 4 semifinalists plus the 2 highest-ranked quarterfinalists will qualify for the 2022 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. Foul called against Peralta. He flashed a few times early. He's been quieted since then. And Dominic Samuel has taken a few big hits. One from his own keeper, incidentally.
Look on Paulo. Pockets, Paulo.
Allez, Palo, rentre dans le milieu, allez. Allez, Palo.
Good first touch from Awua. Good ball into space. Finds Borges to the end line. Didn't have an option in the box. Awua. 50-50 ball for Janssen. Reyes finds it. Over the top, looking for Wilma Torres. Tristan Henry, confident off the line. Tristan Borges scored in the 15th. Enervan Flores scored in the 21st. Mo Babuli scored in the 25th. Forge, FAS, Forge in that order. Gives the technically home side Forge here in San Salvador the 2-1 lead. FAS with the all-important away goal. 5 days from now, the second leg here at this venue. Due to COVID, Forge opts to play them both in this stadium just a few days apart as the designated home team tonight.
Let's spin them, make them work, face their own goal. You can face their own goal.
10 to go, plus added time here in the first half.
Get up! Come when you want, Johnny.
Reyes working on Grant. Those two have battled a few times tonight, and it's Grant again who wins the battle. Jonathan Grant, experienced player with Forge. 33rd overall appearance, 7th in Concacaf League. Has spent time as a pro in Sweden and the United States with Sporting Kansas City. Torres turns, finds Peralta. Lost sight of where his teammate was. Choinier taken down from behind. Enervan Flores, the guilty party. Los Tigres find themselves down a goal. The Salvadoran side, the record holders domestically with 18 cup titles. One of the most prestigious clubs in El Salvador, founded in 1947. Haven't had that success really in CONCACAF competition of late, just their 3rd appearance here in CONCACAF League. 1 quarterfinal appearance, 1 elimination in the preliminary round. They did win a CONCACAF Cup back in 1979 in the tournament that predated what we now know as CONCACAF Champions League. Hoping to return to those days, the side from Santa Ana, El Salvador. Jose Portillo has some space, thinks about his options, and just plays simply to Flores. Sent in towards Peralta, diving header away from Samuel. Choinier sends one for Sabak into space. Sabak wins that foot race. Babuli. Babuli takes a shot, saved by Carabantes. Babuli already with 1 goal. Came from about 6 inches out. Tried this one from about 23 yards out. Carabantes makes the stop.
Drop low to receive. Drop low to receive. That's the space.
Metusala takes his space. Finds Choinier. He tries one from distance. That one's wide. This Forge team not afraid to test Carabantes. It worked once from distance. That one did, however, take a deflection. Well defended by Samuel.
Get it out.
As Stradella picked up some speed down the right flank.
Alex, get up. She's there.
After the first goal from Forge, everything tilted in the favor of FAS. They got the equalizer. But since then, Forge has been on the front foot, found the go-ahead goal once again. They've been knocking on the door for more. Well, they find another here before the half ends. Advantage played by Marco Ortiz. Peralta has Reyes, threads it through into the path of Reyes. And Metusala is back to clear. Enriquez gets it back into play. Gets the return pass from Peralta. Now finds the feet of Portillo.
Get the line up.
Flores. Portillo. Forced back to Roberto Chen. Peralta checks deep to receive. Stradella out wide. Roberto Chen back to Flores. Not a positive first touch from Erivan Flores with one goal already tonight.
Luis, you just are numb. Paulo doesn't understand how you get in the
Flores chips it through to Stradella. Contact there with Samuel. "40 minutes gone. Forge up 2-1 as the home side tonight in San Salvador against the El Salvadoran side, CD FAS. Joe Malfa here with you from Estadio Cuscatalan. Forge, the designated home team. Leg number 2, 5 days away at this venue. FAS will be the home team that night. Babuli has a goal and an assist for Forge. Borges has a goal and an assist for Forge. And Babuli comes away with it. Nobody makes a run near post. Easy gather for Kevin Caravantes. Babuli and Borges, though, as the stats would indicate, with a goal and an assist each, have been a lot to handle for FAS. Peralta back for Portillo, over to Stradella. Reyes leaves it. Stradella there. The shot from Stradella, the save from Henry.
Get up, boys. Come on, last couple. Come on.
Ball sent in towards Peralta, never got there. The striker in great form for FAS was waiting for it. 3 goals in 3 games domestically. The first card of the game belongs to Borges. Bit of a late, heavy tackle. Set piece opportunity here in the dying embers of the half for CD FAS. Guillermo Stradella drew the foul. Might be a bit too far for a shot on target. We'll see how confident Kevin Reyes is feeling tonight. Reyes does strike it. From that distance, though, the result, what you'd expect. Would have taken something otherworldly from Reyes to finish from there.
En el minuto de juego,
Kevin Reyes has the confidence, though. 22 appearances, 6 goals since joining FAS just 7 months ago. Watch out for him, though. He's played 4 Concacaf League games. He has a yellow card in 3 of the 4 games. So Kevin Reyes does have to maybe settle down a little bit.
That's the distance. They drop. That's the distance. They drop.
How much time?
Yeah, we'll stay here. We'll stay here.
Now the minute?
One more.
Babouli draws the foul, lifts up the shirt to see if he can find any cleat marks as well on the high boot from Edivan Flores. Remember, we are not the only CONCACAF action tonight. At 10 p.m., Club America against Philadelphia Union in the semifinal of the Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. Make sure to tune into that after the conclusion of this one. Awua. Babouli taken down. Rather Borges up the left side. Just out for a goal kick harmlessly. 1 minute of added time here in this first half, as 45 minutes have come and gone with 3 goals split 2-1 in favor of Forge. The home team from Canada here in El Salvador, the designated home team tonight. Cisse takes it away. Contact from behind. Cisse dispossessed cleanly by Roberto Chen. Had Babouli there as an option. Peralta. Inside. Finds Portillo. Out for Stradella. Ball sent in towards Peralta. Cleared away by Metusala. Awua draws the foul. That might be the last play here in this first half. And it is. Halftime whistle blown by Marco Ortiz. 2-1 Forge leads. Goal scored in the 15th minute by Tristan Borges and the 25th by Mo Babouli. CD FAS got one of their own from Edivan Flores in the 21st, and we head into the break with Forge, the Canadian side, up 2-1 on the El Salvadoran side. CD FAS. Back in a moment.
va les prendre là-bas. Parce que s'il y a des microphones, hein? Il y a rien là.
Highlights from the first half between Forge and FAS here in El Salvador. The Canadian side, the designated home team tonight in the orange against the technical visitors of CD FAS in the blue. Early on, things went Forge's way. They were on the front foot, opportunities presented themselves, and they finally would get a goal, courtesy of Tristan Borges. It was Borges and Babuli who were active early on. There's another chance from Babuli. On the other side, Kevin Reyes and Luis Peralta, the two men stirring things up for CD FAS. Peralta came close a couple of times early on. Reyes very busy down that left side, battling multiple times with Jonathan Grant. The goal would come in the 15th minute. Babuli lays it over to Borges. It takes a slight deflection and beats Kevin Caravantes. This first goal for Borges in Concacaf competition here in his 5th appearance. The 22-year-old Canadian. And Forge wouldn't be done in the half, but they would allow the equalizer before they find their second. A positive response from FAS after going down 1-0. A well-worked corner kick play. It was sent in by Portillo, flicked on by Peralta, and tapped in by Erivan Flores. Like Borges on the other side, 5th appearance, first goal in CONCACAF League for Erivan Flores. Not known as a goal scorer, just 1 goal previously in 37 appearances for CD FAS, but right place, right time on the corner kick. And just 6 minutes after going down 1-0, CD FAS made it 1-1. Wouldn't last too long though. Cut back inside to Borges, takes a deflection on the way through, and Babuli with one of the easiest goals he will ever score, wide open at the goal line. He is in quite the early season form right now for Forge. 5 goals in 11 games domestically. A goal in their last domestic game just 4 days ago. And now a goal and an assist here in the first half of their first leg of the 2021 preliminary round in the Scotiabank CONCACAF League. There were more opportunities for Babuli. CD FAS is going to have to really key in on Babuli in the second half. He's been a lot to handle. Caravantes has come up with a few big stops for FAS, but they still head into the break, down 2-1. A look at the stats from the first half. Forge, 5 shots, a couple on target. FAS, 7 with 4 on target. And the goals for Forge from Borges and Babuli. Flores gets the goal for FAS, just 1 yellow card. It goes to Tristan Borges, who has his name in the book 3 times. A goal, an assist, and a yellow card. Back with the second half in just a few moments.
The official Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Ready to go in half number 2. Seems we have a couple of changes on the way from FAS. Dustin Correas, Tomas Granito checking in. Does not appear that we have any changes on the other side for Forge. The Canadian side leads it 2-1. Fourth official, Diego Montano, battling with the numbers board. Jose Portillo, the first to exit in favor of Tomas Granito. And Wilma Torres staying out there for now. Dustin Correas there in the number 17. Get the other player to check in, just awaiting the official word on who exited. Marco Ortiz gets set, blow the whistle, and begin half number 2. CD FAS in the blue, Forge FC in the orange. The Canadian side, the designated home team tonight. CD FAS on their home turf, but the road team gets an away goal. They'd like to get more. See if they can produce a result and pick up another away goal. These teams will meet again in 5 days' time for leg number 2. .45 to go from Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador. Joe Malfa here with you for the action. And you can join us this evening for leg number 1 of the preliminary round between Forge FC and CD FAS. Correas makes his first surge forward. Guillermo Stradella exited for Dustin Correas. And Jose Portillo exited for Tomas Granito. Those are your 2 changes for CD FAS at the break.
Bravo, Borges, bravo. Alex, quicker.
Tristan Borges scored the opening goal for Forge in the 15th minute. Edivan Flores equalized 6 minutes later for FAS. And Mo Babuli put Forge back up in the 25th minute. Borges has a statistical hat trick of sorts for Forge, a goal, an assist, a yellow card. A 22-year-old Canadian with 1 senior cap for Canada and multiple caps from U17 up to U23. Tristan Borges has been dangerous tonight, alongside Mo Babuli, who continued his great form from domestic play, where he had 5 goals in 11 games to begin the season. A lot of space for Cisse. Lays it through to Borges. Good tackle put in by Ibsen Castro. Corner coming for Forge. Paulo Sabac will take it. Taken short to Borges. Out for Aua. He gets the ball in towards the back post. Out to grab it, Carabantes. Trying to spring a quick attack with a punt. Puts Reyes into space, but a little shove in the back of Jonathan Grant will thwart that advance forward.
Borges, what happened?
Forge FC qualified as the 2020 Canadian Premier League champions. Canadian Premier League was announced in May of 2017. That's also officially when Forge was founded. They were ultimately unveiled as the 6th team of the 8-team league in July of 2018. And they won the title in the league's first season in 2019 and the second season in 2020. Third time Forge has appeared now in Scotiabank Concacaf League. First time they won a qualifying match against another Canadian foe, Valor FC. The next two times they've qualified by virtue of being their domestic champions. Furthest advance got to the round of 16 in 2019. Lost to the eventual third place finishers, Olympia from Honduras. Their furthest advance came in 2020, where they lost to Arcai of Haiti in the quarterfinal. Forge hoping to build on that this time around. A tough draw in the preliminary round against the FAS squad, and has quite the history in El Salvador, and has made their own quarterfinal here in Concacaf League back in 2018. Two familiar names in this competition. One will not make it through to the round of 16. It's Forge with the advantage right now, but FAS does have the all-important away goal. As it stands, a 1-0 win for FAS 5 days from now would get them through. FAS qualified for this tournament as the 2021 Clausura champions in the Primera División of El Salvador. 18 domestic titles, the record in El Salvador. Looking to carry that over here to CONCACAF competition. Borges again, cuts it across. Opportunity is finished off. Choinière gives Forge the 3-1 lead, in total command now of this first leg. Second assist of the night for Borges to go with a goal. And the Canadian side has a 2-goal advantage here in the first leg. Started with Awua in space, cut it back for Borges. Knew where his teammates were. And Choinière made no mistake. Great start to the second half for Forge FC. That finish looks a lot tougher from that angle than it did from this angle. Through a sea of legs, Choinière finds the goal in the 50th minute. Something more on, through to Borges. And it's dealt with, out for a corner. David Choinière, 8th appearance in CONCACAF League. 4th goal to go with 1 assist. After putting Forge up 3-1. Three of the players you'd expect for Forge getting it done. Babouli, Borges, and Choinière. Big game, and their big names came to play. Flag goes up this time on Borges.
C'est 3-1 maintenant. On va devoir le sortir à un moment donné. Come on, Borges, come on, come on, come on. Come on, guys, keep going.
Another look here. First play. Borges, maybe a hair offside on the flick on from Paulo Sabac. Granito opens into space. Wilma Torres now. FAS needs to respond. These teams will meet again for the second leg in 5 days. Forge will be designated the road team. Tonight, the designated home team, and a 3-1 lead puts them in great position. Shouts for handball. Marco Ortiz immediately points to his chest. Floated to the backside for Reyes. A little bit too strong from Ibsen Castro. Reyes sends one in. Wide open header, and it's just wide. Dustin Correas came in at halftime. Had a chance to leave his imprint on this one.
No.
Free header from the penalty mark.
Bravo, Borges. Dog, put it over. Skip a line.
Correas.
Stay focused. Come on.
3 orange jerseys converge. Paulo Sabac commits the foul. Forge has been efficient. 3 goals tonight on just 6 shots. Anytime you have a game in which you're scoring on 50% of the shots you take, you're in pretty good shape. And it's a 2-goal lead here in the first leg of the preliminary round matchup. Still a long way to go, though, in this tie. 40 more minutes in this one, 90 more minutes 5 days from now. Could be extra time if the score shakes out the proper way. But don't have to worry about extra time until next week in the second leg. Ten teams initially through to the round of 16. 12 teams battling it out in the preliminary round. 1 team already through, Universitario of Panama, due to a withdrawal from Samaritain of Martinique.
Good.
The winner of this tie between Forge and FAS through to face Independiente, the Panamanian side, in the round of 16. Correas gives that one away. All but one of the preliminary round ties so far have been very tight. 1-1 between Comunicaciones and Deportivo. 3-0 Santa Lucia over Metropolitan. That's the one lopsided affair. And 1-0 Santos over Verdes. And 1-0 Marathon over Dirianjen. All of these legs will be wrapped up in the coming week. Forge trying to tack on here. Foul is called against Peralta. Forge will have to be mindful in this one, though. A 3-1 win is very different from a 3-2 win when we're talking about aggregate, especially considering FAS is the designated road team tonight. You get 2 away goals in a 3-2 loss, and you're not actually feeling too bad about the defeat. All you would need in the next leg, a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win, 2-0 win, all of those suffice, and all of those very attainable. A look back at the 3rd goal to give Forge some breathing room, though. Choinière looked easy from that angle. A lot tougher from this one and the next one. Look at all the legs he put it through. Choinière, 5 career appearances in MLS with Montreal Impact. Now 8 appearances and 4 goals in his Concacaf League career. For the 24-year-old Canadian, capped at the U16, 18, 20, and 23 levels for his nation, Canada. That challenge still has Cisse on the ground. Second time we've seen Cisse Struggled to get off in this one. The first time he was able to power his way off on his own 2 feet. Went down for a second. Seemed like the training staff was going to head back out there. And he continues off on his own power in considerable pain, though, it appears. Aliman Cisse, 5 caps for his native Senegal, making his 49th appearance tonight in all competitions with Forge. Keith Seladopoulos filling in tonight as the head coach for Forge. Bobby Smirniadis serving out a red card suspension, as is the captain, Kyle Becker, their first ever signing Forge. Due to red cards they picked up in their Champions League play-in match against Marathon earlier this year. They should both be back for leg number 2 next week.
Still doing the
Same one. Même chose, no?
still Max for follow?
Max pour Paulo. Allez, Max, viens-t'en.
Good read of that play from Jonathan Grant. No easy access for Reyes. Peralta turns. Finds Wilma Torres. Aua clears.
Christopher Borges, because he's doing stupid shit.
1 hour gone, half hour to go in this first leg between Forge and FAS here in the 2021 Scotiabank Concacaf League. Joe Malfa here with you from Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador, El Salvador. Well, the El Salvadoran side, CD FAS, is the designated road team tonight. Forge, due to travel restrictions in Canada, playing both of these games physically on the road, but the designated home team tonight. So FAS does have the away goal. Correas, blocked by Janssen.
This one's the same?
Forge preparing a change. Paulo Sabac may be injured, and he will be lifted. Maxim Tissot checks in. So Maxim Tissot in, and Paulo Sabac out.
Give me a red card, I don't care, man.
First change of the match for Forge. FAS has already made 2 of them at the break. Tomas Granito, Dustin Correas checking in. Jose Portillo, Guillermo Stradella exiting. Strong tackle put in by the captain, Kwame Aua. And he gets it clear. The 25-year-old decorated career at UConn, multiple-time all-conference honoree as team captain, one-time midfielder of the year in the American Athletic Conference. Joined Forge in 2019 on a transfer from New York City FC where he had 10 MLS appearances. Captain Kwame Aua sprung the 3rd goal as well for Forge. The Canadian side, very familiar with hockey. He got the hockey assist on that goal. Borges got the actual assist. And David Choinière got the goal in the 50th minute.
Go to the corner if you have to.
Cisse. Switches over to Choinière. Good first touch. Babouli over there. Instead it's tucked back. Grant, now Janssen, now Tissot. Grant continues his run up the flank. Too strong from Janssen. More changes coming for Forge. Christopher Nanko will enter for Tristan Borges, who already left his mark on this one. A goal and 2 assists for Tristan Borges. David Choinière will also exit. And it's Joshua Navarro Sandi entering. So in the last couple of minutes for Forge, Nanko, Tissot, Sandi in, Choinière, Borges, Sabak out. It appears they are looking to defend this one out with a 3-1 lead. Henry just floats it up. It stays in. Nanko, his first touch. A nifty one as he tries to get by his defender, takes an elbow to the face. And the foul is called against Ibsen Castro.
Nanko, all game, all game. All game, that's all he's gonna do.
FAS looking to avoid another early exit here in Scotiabank Concacaf League. Qualified as a non-champion with the best record of the 2017 Apertura in El Salvador for the 2018 edition. Beat Perez Zeledon of Panama in the round of 16, lost to eventual 4th place finisher Arabe Unido, 4-1 on aggregate in the quarterfinal. That was a good performance in 2018. They missed in 2019, and in 2020, they qualified as a non-champion with the best record in their domestic season, but eliminated in the preliminary round on kicks from the mark against Managua. Down 3-1 right now, in danger of being in really bad position and facing another early exit just 5 days from now in the second leg. Still plenty of time in this one to try to get another goal, another away goal for FAS. More time to concede as well. Tissot across. Nearly a 4th for Forge. Babouli looking for his brace.
2 up top, Dom. Alex. Maxi. 2. So let's keep a box.
Max,
Flavin Zuniga enters for FAS. Here is Zuniga's first touch. Continues his run, gets it back from Wilma Torres. Was hoping to play Peralta, but the run never came from the Colombian striker. Rudy Clavel. Heavy touch in the end. Might have been in the clear with a better touch. Peralta realizes Tristan Henry was set to kill some precious seconds off the clock. Pressured the keeper. We're back to the action. The winner of this pairing will face Panama's Independiente in the round of 16.
Nanko, drop. Maxi, left shoulder. Too easy. Well done.
Good, Max.
Both players left in some pain after that challenge. Peralta on the ground for FAS, Samuel on the ground for Forge. Peralta the first back to his feet.
It has to be our throw-in, though.
Hey, it's our ball! Hey!
The Forge bench upset that it's not their throw after that, but they don't have the access to the replay that we do. Last off of Samuel after that tackle. And Tissot just fakes it out for a goal kick.
Foot on foot. It's still a throw-in.
But how do they get the ball?
That was our throw.
Physical play picking up now. Eddie Van Flores, the goal scorer for FAS, undercuts Tissot, rather, Babuli. Kitsaladopoulos unhappy with the officiating. He does have to be careful. He is already the replacement head coach for the time being. Bobby Smidiniadis picked up the red card the last time Forge was in a Concacaf competition, serving out that suspension tonight. Babuli still yet to get to his feet. 70th minute now.
Go, all of you guys.
Here at Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador. Joe Malfa here with you for the first leg of the preliminary round between Forge and FAS. Just some housekeeping. When Clavin Zuniga checked in for FAS a few moments ago, it was Kevin Reyes who exited the match. Three changes made aside. Still with 2 left each to impact this one. Both teams have also used 2 substitution windows. Actually, pardon me, just 1 used by FAS. They used the halftime break as a window for the substitution. That does not take one away from their ledger. So they have 2 more subs and 2 windows to use. Heavy touch there from Christopher Nanko. Forge, on the other hand, has used 3 subs at 2 windows. So 2 more remaining, and only 1 window to use them both if they so choose. The way it appears now, FAS will suffer their first loss since April. 10-match unbeaten streak in all competitions coming in. But it would feel like a victory, I'd imagine, if they can get a second away goal and only lose 3-2. That would tilt the odds back in their favor going into the second leg 5 days from now. All they would have to do in that one is win 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1. Anything over that, and we have to start doing the math with away goals and the aggregate. The task would be that simple. 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1, and FAS would be through if they can get a second one here and just lose this one 3-2. At this stage of the game, with that in mind, Forge should be treating this as if they are up only 1 goal. Now, if they go ahead and get a 4th, that's even better. Working through Grant, cuts it back. Grant, the shot blocked. For the time being, Forge still playing down a man. But it seems like they're readying Jung Yun Sun. Babuli still being worked on. There, bottom of your screen, right in the middle. So Jung Yun Sun preparing to enter. Borges, Babouli, Choinière, the 3 goal scorers for Forge. Flores has the 1 for FAS. Zuniga powers through. Taken away by Janssen. There's Babouli still being worked on. Second ball was on the field. Didn't know when that came into the rule book. I don't know which ball was actually the ball in play. Players were looking around, waiting for a stoppage. Wisely, Edevan Flores just continued playing until he heard a whistle.
They know where they're going?
Yeah. No, tell Cisse. Tell Cisse.
Here is Young Yun's son entering the match. The day done for Mo Babouli. So now the 3 goal scorers for Forge all taken off. Choinière, Babouli, and Borges.
Damas y caballeros, su atención, por favor. Sustitución para Forge. En el minuto 74.
That is the final substitution window for Forge. So 1 change will go unused for the Canadian side in this one.
Saliendo del partido el número 18.
But the concern, more than anything else, the health of Babouli. Not only did he look stellar tonight with a goal and an assist, but he's been very impactful in the early stages of their domestic season with 5 goals in 11 games so far for a Forge team looking to defend their back-to-back titles in the Canadian Premier League. Only the 3rd ever season of that league's existence, and it's been dominated by this team in orange. Slow start to their domestic season, 0-2. But they've picked it up since then with 6 wins and 3 losses in their last 9. They sit in 4th place, only 4 points out of 1st with a game in hand. So plenty of time to go ahead and try to find that 3-peat in the Canadian Premier League. FAS off to an equally strong start. 7 points from 3 games in a domestic season that just began on August 1st. They're in 1st place, tied with 2 other teams on 7 points, but the goal difference does swing their way, so technically FAS right now in 1st place in El Salvador. Nanko draws the foul. Chance here on the set piece for Forge.
15.
15.
Taken quickly. Aua. Back to Cisse. Flag stays down. Aua. Throw coming for the Canadian side. Los Tigres of FAS need to try and get one back here. More importantly than that, they cannot afford to concede a 4th.
Fish the play, Orange! Fish the play!
Come on, Nanko, come on, Nanko! Let's get our 10 meters in.
Great ball into space, taken down by Correas. All the way across, Peralta there, just misses that one. He'll see that one tonight in his nightmares. A chance to get a 2nd away goal for FAS. The reaction says it all. 3 goals in 3 games domestically over the last 10 days. And he had a chance here to tilt things back in FAS' favor. Had to do better with that one. 3-2 defeat. A stark difference from a 3-1 defeat. And who knows, you get the 2nd, maybe momentum goes your way and you find a way to battle back and draw this thing. An opportunity missed.
They're lined up. Hold. Hold, Nanko. Hold, Nanko. Well done.
See, though, if that provides a little boost of confidence here for FAS as they try and find a 2nd away goal.
Yes.
Zuniga.
Close them in here.
Granito across looking once again for Peralta. Correas takes it down.
Bravo, Chris.
Nanko.
Bravo, Chris.
Excellent Nanko.
Come on, Johnny.
Correas wins it back.
Show one way.
El Salvador inside. Granito. That one last off Nanko. It'll be a corner for FAS.
Johnny, you're back.
Second leg 5 days from now, right here at Estadio Cruz Catalan in San Salvador. Granito's corner, good ball in. Peralta was crashing, last off of Metusala. A corner from the other side now.
Help him out. Help him out. Gosh, Johnny's son.
Granito will go all the way across and take it once again. 80th minute here in San Salvador. Granito, good service in again on the corner. But no blue jersey is there, just the orange of Jonathan Grant. Long run for Granito to keep it in, and it's all for naught. Came from an offside position.
Easy.
The Concacaf action not done tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern time. You can find Club America against Philadelphia Union in the semifinal of Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. Don't miss it. Just 10 to go, plus added time here in San Salvador. Cisse on the run. Let it out thinking it was going to be a corner, but it's a goal kick.
Come on, the guys.
Peralta out wide. Zuniga has floated inside to take that striker position. Maybe a tweak in the tactics here from FAS. That's not going to help their case. Dustin Correas commits the foul.
Yeah.
Sandy finds Tiso. Nanko streaking up the left side. Tiso has a go.
Bravo, Max. Come on.
Not a bad option there for Maxime Tiso. Got good contact on it as well. Always a difficult ball there for the keeper. And it bounces just a couple of yards in front of you like that. Fortunately for Kevin Carabantes, it goes about a yard wide.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Johnny, come on.
Torres turning. Flores keeps it alive. Castro needed to do better with that one. And the options there. Peralta and Zuniga, top of the 6-yard box. Keeps in Castro. 15 caps for El Salvador, the veteran 32-year-old at right back. 40th appearance for FAS. 4th in CONCACAF League. That's not going to help his team's case. Back for Henry. He just has to get rid of that one. Screaming at his back line for the way that was handled. Dominic Samuel, the target of the ire from the keeper. Correas strikes it. Might have taken a touch, it did, out for a corner. The service from Tomas Granito on these last two quarters has been really positive for FAS. Just haven't had somebody there to get on the end of it. He served it up in the two very dangerous areas in the 6-yard box.
Just said it, Max.
Granito looks a good one in again. Slapped away by Henry. FAS committing everything forward now. Forge trying to bend but not break. 3-1 looks a lot better than 3-2 in terms of the away goals that FAS would have.
Bravo, Kwame. No!
That foul goes against Awua. This will be a de facto short corner here for FAS, where the way this ball is positioned. Granito serves it in. Again, it's over the bar from Zuniga.
Come on, guys, come on!
Jorge Rodriguez's squad is responding well. Well, the lights seem to have gone out. A couple of banks of lights here at Estadio Cuscatalan. We'll pause for a moment. Once we resume, FAS will once again be searching for a second goal. 3-2, and you would imagine that FAS would be the favored side going into the second leg 5 days from now. A 1-0 win, a 2-0 win, or a 2-1 win in that case would get it done for FAS. If this one finishes 3-1, or Forge goes ahead and gets another, then things start to look very bleak for FAS. The stoppage here benefits FAS, a chance to talk things over as they try and push for that second goal. Fifth edition of the Scotiabank Concacaf League. Preliminary round. We saw one matchup decided because of a withdrawal due to COVID. Universitario of Panama through to the next round. The other 5 matchups still hang in the balance. Diriangen, Marathon sees a 1-0 lead for Marathon. Santos de Guapiles up 1-0 over Verdes. And in both of those instances, the road teams, Marathon and Santos, get the 1-0 victories on the road. Beyond that, Santa Lucia, a 3-0 win over Metropolitan, and a 1-1 draw between Comunicaciones and Deportivo. The last pairing to complete the first leg, this one right here, Forge and FAS. They'll have to wait a little bit longer as the lights are growing in brightness as they turn back on.
I'm trying my fucking best. He's stronger than me, and he's quicker.
Third appearance in this tournament for both of these teams. Forge a perfect 3 for 3 in terms of qualifying for Scotiabank Concacaf League. It defeated Valor FC in a Canadian play-in game back in 2019. Once the Canadian Premier League was founded. They earned the 2-1 win over the Guatemalan side Antigua GFC in the preliminary round. Lost in the round of 16 to the eventual third place finishers, Olympia of Honduras. 4-2 on aggregate in the round of 16. 2020, they qualified as the Canadian Premier League champions of 2019. Defeated Municipal Limeño of El Salvador right here at this stadium, Estadio Cuscatalan. That was a 2-1 win last year for Forge. They went on to defeat Tauro FC of Panama 2-1 as well. That scoreline popping up twice for a 1-1 draw against Arcai of Haiti in the quarterfinal. That resulted in a 4-2 loss on kicks from the mark. FAS on the flip side made their first appearance in this tournament in 2018, missed out in 2019, reappeared in 2020. They beat Perez Zeladon of Panama in the round of 16 back in 2018 and lost to eventual fourth place finisher Arabe Unido 4-1 on aggregate in the quarterfinal. So quarterfinal, the best appearance for both of these teams. Forge in 2020, FAS in 2018. FAS did not have the same success in 2020. They were eliminated in the preliminary round on kicks from the mark against Managua. And they're on the brink here in the preliminary round once again. Second leg 5 days from now. The designated road team tonight, FAS, here on their home turf. FAS is out shooting Forge 10-8. They're out possessing Forge 56-44. They have lacked the clinical abilities in the final third that Forge has displayed. It seemed like the lights were starting to turn back on, and since then more have turned off. So we wait to see what comes of the action on the field with just over 4 minutes to go based on when we stopped the clock. It continued to count up a little bit after the whistle was blown with the lights going out. We were at about 4.5 minutes remaining. Another minute ticked off the clock afterwards. Take this time to show you some more looks at the goals in this one. Tristan Borges got things going. Took a slight deflection, but he'll still get credit for it. That came in the 15th minute. Edivan Flores, right place, right time here on the flick header from Peralta. Taps it in at the doorstep. That came 6 minutes after the Borges goal, made it 1-1. For Flores, his first ever goal in CONCACAF competition. On the flip side, it also was the first goal in CONCACAF competition for Tristan Borges. Good response, though, from Forge after the equalizing goal. Mo Babouli with one of the easiest goals he will score in this calendar year, maybe in his career. Just falls right through to him, open net, pounds it home. Babouli had the assist on the first goal, scores the second. Borges scored the first goal, gets the assist on the second. 25 minutes in, things swung back in Forge's favor, a 2-1 lead. Babouli continues his form. 5 goals in 11 games domestically. Got the goal in this one. And then Borges shows up again. The hockey assist for the Canadian side goes to the captain, Kwame Aua. And then Borges tucks it back. Great run on the backside from David Choinière. Looked an easy finish from the main camera angle that you see at home, but look how difficult it is on this angle. Through 2 sets of legs of FAS defenders. And we will continue this delay due to the power outage. Only seems to have gotten darker in the last couple of moments here at Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador. 4.5 minutes remaining when we went into the delay. We await word on a resolution from the field.
How do you just not have the switch? I don't get it.
In a few moments, more Concacaf action will kick off. The Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League, Philadelphia Union against Club America. First leg between those two teams. We saw Monterrey defeat Cruz Azul 1-0 in their first leg in the semifinal last night, elsewhere in CONCACAF. A look ahead to the schedule next week. Deportivo Comunicaciones, they drew 1-1 in their first leg. They will square off on August 19th. Marathon and Diriangen will meet on August 18th for their second leg. Marathon won the first leg 1-0 over Diriangen. Also on August 18th, Santos de Guapiles of Costa Rica will host Verdes of Belize in their second leg.
So did you hear what he said?
A match won 1-0 by Santos in the first leg.
15 and then you get
Universitario and Samaritaine. That pairing is done. Samaritaine of Martinique had to withdraw due to COVID. Universitario of Panama through to the round of 16. Santa Lucia making their debut in CONCACAF League.
Really?
And the Guatemalan side won 3-0 over Puerto Rico's Metropolitan. That second leg will be on August 17th. And on that same night, we'll have the second leg between Forge and FAS. As we still await the conclusion of the first leg, 4.5 minutes remained. Forge led 3-1, and the lights went out.
Dav, grab that ball.
Oh yeah, yo, it's actually great. Hey, Davi came on the start.
Max, wobble one in the start touch.
No, I thought Max shot went in. I went in. Yes.
Yeah, I thought it went in. I waited.
I knew it was you.
And then you went like this. Yeah. Actually, once I did it,
Yeah,
it
I
got stuck
missed
in
it.
your feet a little bit. Once it
It's your first one this year, right? It is. No, Davi, come here. No, come here. It is.
You did. Did they crash? Can come on. I've seen they pop on the foot. Come on, guys, let's go. Hey, start getting yourself ready. Start getting yourself ready.
Let's start moving, man. Put them in.
Come on, boys. Come. Non, il y avait un truc sur lui. Non. Juste, t'as pas vu.
We are just about set to resume at Estadio Cuscatalan in San Salvador. The lights are back on, folks, and the game is about to be back on as well. We will officially resume in the 84:53 mark on the clock. Forge with a 3-1 lead over FAS. Joe Malfa here with you for the action tonight from San Salvador. FAS on their home field. Forge, the designated home team for this one. COVID restrictions in Canada prevented them from playing a home game. They will stay in town, face FAS 5 days from now in the second leg. And FAS, before the power outage, was pressing for a second goal. 3-2 looks a lot different than 3-1. If they could find that goal, it would tilt things back in their favor, you'd imagine. Would certainly feel like a victory if they can get this one to 3-2. Not really sure which side this stoppage favors. If I had to go one way or the other, I'd say probably Forge in the end, because FAS was starting to gain some momentum, looking for that second goal. Forge didn't really have an answer for them defensively as the opportunity started to roll in. But a lifeline from the power outage, a chance for Forge to regather. And now 5 minutes plus stoppage time remain in this one before we have a final result at Estadio Cuscatalan. I believe we were resuming with a goal kick from Tristan Henry. The last play we saw before the break was a header over the crossbar. That header over the crossbar came from Zuniga. You see 10 minutes on the board. There are 10 minutes left in this game. 5 minutes of the 90, 5 minutes of added time. Just a reminder there from the fourth official how many more minutes we're playing now that the lights are back on and the game 2 back on here in the first leg between Forge and FAS in the 2021 Scotiabank Concacaf League. Kevin Carabantes has made a couple of big stops for FAS in this one, but couldn't do enough to keep 3 of those shots out. See how quickly FAS can try to recapture that rhythm they had before the power outage. Correas back to Peralta. Took his eye off of it for a moment, but regathers. Challenge put in by Jung Yoon Sun. Correas keeps it in. Tiso gets in the way of it. Back to Granito. Now Rudy Clavel. Castro. Torres. Zuniga. Zuniga finds Correas. Tries to give and go. Falling through to Zuniga. Contact in the box. The shove came from Jonathan Grant. Ball was already in the hands of Tristan Henry. And Marco Ortiz just waves play on. There was some contact there, but shoulder to shoulder as Grant shielded Zuniga away from his keeper. It seems like FAS is picking up right where they left off before the break. On the front foot, pushing for a second goal. Wouldn't end up as a win in the game. They'd lose 3-2. But it would feel like a victory. 3-1 is a lot tougher to overcome in leg number 2. 3-2 with 2 away goals. That doesn't look so insurmountable at all. A 1-0 win, a 2-0 win, a 2-1 win. Those 3 results would do for FAS if they can net another here. That's a big if. Forge has bent in this one. They haven't broken. Luis Peralta had a gimme at the doorstep, and he just mistimed and put wide. That could loom large in this one. It could loom large 5 days from now, as FAS maybe looks back on what could have been. Cisse gets to it. And he's taken down by Erivan Flores. That's a bad foul from Flores. Forget the yellow. Just look at where you are on the field. No real danger opportunity there for Cisse. Didn't have the numbers advantage. And now after the foul, more precious seconds tick off the clock. "35 seconds killed by Forge after that foul from Flores. Can't be committing fouls at this stage of the game on this position of the field. Back for Tiso. Contact behind the play. The pass sails. 90th minute now. Remember, 5 minutes of added time. That was already announced by the 4th official when he put the 10 minutes up on the board. Served as a reminder for players that we're starting in the 85th and we're playing 10 more minutes here at Estadio Cuscatalan. Only 5 more of those remain. Castro makes a good run into space on the right side, cuts it back. Zuniga saw the opportunity go away as the space was closed down by Metusala. Castro. All the way back for Roberto Chen. Enriquez finds Correas. Zuniga slowed down a bit by Son. Chips it over for Castro. Another delivery from Castro. Had some pace on it. Dominic Samuel got to head to it. Correas. Chested down by Castro. Alive, Granito strikes it from distance, friendly fire. Hits Zuniga in the midsection. Castro. He's got a couple of crosses in the last couple of moments, sends another one in. Peralta unable to steer it on frame. Always going to be tough with that body positioning from outside of the post. Luis Peralta, 21 appearances, 8 goals since joining FAS in February. 3 goals in 3 games domestically to begin the season here in the month of August. Had opportunities tonight, but hasn't taken one of those chances. Cisse digs it out. Janssen taken down. Again, it's Edivan Flores. He picked up the yellow needlessly a few moments ago. We'll get off here with just a warning from Marco Ortiz. Three minutes to go. Forge seems content to take this one to the corner. Take some more time off the clock. Out for a goal kick off the forehead of Joshua Sandi. 2.5 minutes gone in stoppage time, 2.5 minutes to go before this 3-1 scoreline becomes final in Forge's favor. Second leg 5 days from now, right here at Estadio Cuscatalan. That one a favorable bounce for Aua. Peralta wins it back. Torres. Clavel. Out for Correas. Correas puts it around his defender. Good positioning from Grant to win it back. He has had a terrific game on the right side. Flag stays down on Son. Thought it might pop up. Seemed like he was even looking over his shoulder to see. Got it to the corner, but didn't waste as much time as he hoped. One back by Clavel. Now Zuniga. Looking through for Peralta, slowed down just enough by Metusala. Castro cuts it back. Granito. Torres out wide. Back inside for Correas. 1 minute remaining. Strike from distance. Doesn't trouble Tristan Henry. It fell for Torres. Saw some space open up, actually on second look. Might have taken a touch again off of Peralta. That's a couple of strikes from distance now. And there it is. The flag did pop up for offside on Peralta. 2 strikes from distance in a row now for FAS that hit a teammate on the way in and ruined the opportunity. Correas over the top. Doesn't get it past Samuel. Torres, maybe one last chance to get another away goal for FAS. Zuniga overruns it. Metusala clears the lines. Still carrying Son. A chance to get a fourth here for Forge, maybe. They run out of steam in the end. Final whistle blows. It ends 3 for Forge, 1 for FAS. Forge on the road, making the trip from Canada, the designated home team tonight, they come up with a much-needed victory in the first leg and a 2-goal advantage going into the second leg just 5 days from now. Uphill battle for FAS here in the preliminary round of the 2021 Scotiabank Concacaf League. A look at the highlights from the first leg between Forge and FAS tonight in San Salvador at Estadio Cuscatalan. The Canadian side on the front foot early on. The opportunities were there, and they finally converted in the 15th minute. Babuli over to Borges. Took a slight deflection on the way in. Not enough to be designated an own goal. Borges gets the credit. Babuli gets the assist. Those two would combine again in this one. And it put Forge up 1-0 a quarter hour into this. Babuli has been terrific of late for Forge. 5 goals in 11 games to begin their domestic campaign. Springs it over for Borges. And the young Canadian gets his first goal in CONCACAF competition. And so would Ivan Flores on the other side. The 24-year-old from El Salvador making his 5th CONCACAF League appearance. Right place, right time. Well-worked play off the corner kick. Peralta got a touch to it. Flores did the rest. It was 1-1 just 6 minutes after Forge took the 1-0 lead. But the response from Forge was terrific. A couple moments later, the other way, and Babuli just blasts it home. Wide open in front of the net. Borges created it. First goal was Babuli to Borges. Second goal, Borges to Babuli. And it was 2-1, just like that. Forge retaking the lead. Remember, the goal for FAS, very important. It is an away goal, but this goal, equally as important. It gave Forge even more breathing room. Joinier slots it home. The hard work was done by Kwame Aua, the captain, down the left flank. Cut it back for Borges, who picks up his 2nd assist of the night to go with a goal. Joinier with a very difficult finish. You could see it from this angle. The traffic he had to slot this through. Made it happen. There was one more really good chance in this for FAS. Peralta will want that one back. Had a chance to make it 3-2 and tip the scales in their favor with a 2nd away goal. But just a stutter step at the end, unsure of himself, puts it wide. And it would finish 3-1 in favor of Forge.
We need the coach and one player for the press conference.
You need to do press conference.
That'll do it for us tonight from Estadio Cuscatalan here in San Salvador. For all the men and women who make this broadcast possible, I'm Joe Malfa saying good night. Forge, a 3-1 win in the first leg over FAS here in the 2021 Scotiabank CONCACAF League.